What's up, Team First 15? It's Jared. So I want to give everybody a little tip for athletes of a certain sport that is near and dear to my heart, rugby. Rugby obviously being something that is a big part of my life. Those of you that have followed me for longer than a couple seconds know that to be the case. The name of my brand comes from rugby. So today I want to talk about the forwards in rugby and a position that they're in quite often, and some training tips that we can use to counteract any issues that are going to pop up with these forwards, specifically my brethren, the second rows or locks. So, you think about those of us that like to lift the heavy weights, and we tend to be very, chest is very, very, very pronounced, and the shoulder blades are very, very, very much pulled back, stuck together, like the Tony Gentlecore likes to say, like they're making out, okay? So the issues that the drills and the tips that you find with solving that, you're gonna use some of them here, because when forwards are scrumming, if they're in good position, what they are doing is they are pulling those shoulder blades together for sure. Okay, it's not as easy to do, and they're not there, every moment of their life like some of these heavy lifters are. But it's still something that can be a problem if they're if they're playing, every day of the week, or even more than that, and they've been doing it for a long time. These things can cause some issues, particularly up here in the shoulder joint. So let's go over a few things on what to do for that. Some might call this a scat push-up. I call it a push-up plus. Whatever name you want to apply to it, this is what we do. Okay? So you got your good old push-up, right? Down, up, but we're trying to pull the thoracic spine through those scapula, those shoulder blades, and get those shoulder blades to wrap around the rib cage. So when you do it, make sure and don't try and you go through your neck to do it. Really just try and feel your shoulder blades slide around your rib cage here. The other one is the forearm wall slide with a mini band around the wrists. Really trying to work on getting that shoulder blade, that scapula to continue to keep wrapping around that rib cage. Same theme, just something a little bit more simple and less strenuous. This is something I'll often put in the warm-up for the players, because they can do this very easily. It just gets everything firing in the right fashion, and anybody can do this. Anybody could probably use this for help. I'm just trying to give an example of things that you can do to specifically target this type of issue. And the last thing that I like to do is a single arm row. I like the single arm row instead of two at a whack, just so they can concentrate on one side at a time. It just gets a little funny, and when you're trying to concentrate on something that you're not used to doing it one side at a time, for me, helps a little bit more. So what we're doing here is, we're pulling that shoulder blade back where it belongs, but then we're letting the shoulder blade go, okay? And I'm not saying round your back. What I'm saying is let that scapula rotate around the back, around your rib cage here, okay? I'm not overreaching my arm. I'm not letting it fly out of its socket, because that would be something like that. I'm in control. And I'm making sure that I feel the movement through every step of it. That's all it is. So these are a few things that you can do if you are training a rugby player that's a forward. This is something you can do to help them with their shoulders. God knows they have enough shoulder issues as it is, but this would be something that you can kind of cut down on those problems just a little bit here and there. It all makes a difference. Thanks a lot, guys.